What nostalgic item do you keep in your sewing space, if any? When thinking about this very topic, I began to think about the many things I hang on to because of the memories they hold. But which one is my most meaningful item, and why? Could it be the antique needle packets, some of which are empty? Boy, they sure don't make them like they used to. Or maybe I'd consider these kind little sewing gifts given to me by a precious friend, one whom I will never see again this side of eternity because she left this earth 7 months ago. Maybe some of these other trinkets I found in my great-grandmother's sewing cabinet. How about this darning egg? I wonder how many socks and whose this egg helped live just a little bit longer. All of these are such wonderful items that hold different types of meanings to me, but these don't take my top spot. Take a look at this. These are the pinking shears that belonged to my grandfather, a master tailor. Grandpa wouldn't live to see my 6th birthday, so I have very few memories of him. This is my grandfather, and how I always remember him. Smiling, happy to see his grandchildren. And these shears he used in his tailoring business, saved by my grandmother and passed down to my father and now to me. And this is my grandmother, whose gaze I see in the mirror looking back at me every morning. Did Grandpa ever dream that one day a grandchild of his would follow in his footsteps and take scissor to fabric, thread to needle, foot to pedal, and create garments to be worn with pride? Would he even imagine a great-grandchild would create most beautiful costumes to wow a crowd, or that 2 of his great-great-grandchildren would start to sew their own garments before they became teenagers? I ponder if this skill can be passed on in the genes. After all, I was too young to ever see him sew or even know of his gift. Would he be happy or proud to know that his legacy lives on through his descendants' garment construction, and his memory is sealed through these precious shears? They are too heavy for me to really use, but I keep them here, safe and sound. And that is the story of my most sentimental sewing item. So what's the most sentimental item you keep in your space? I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Welcome to Sew Darn Fun, where you'll get tips, tricks, and how-tos from me, a clothing alteration specialist. See you soon.